Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we are going to look at some beers from Nara Brewing Company. And this is a beer company that has been around for about 3 years. They didn't start producing right away, but they were founded in July of 2017. And the brewer at Nara Brewing Company is named Namioka Yasunori, and he worked at the Kyoto Brewing Company as an assistant brewer for a while, and then decided to branch out on his own. I think it was pretty much a given that he was going to go out and start his own brewery. And Nara is an area, prefecture in Japan, where there haven't been a lot of breweries established. It's in the central part of Japan, and it's most famous for being the capital area of Japan, approximately 1300 years ago. It's a kind of a tourist spot now with some very old temples, and in fact it has the oldest wooden building in the world, which is called Horyuji, just outside of Nara. And it has the largest wooden building in the world, which is Todaiji, the main temple in downtown Nara, which has a huge cast Buddha. And so it's basically a tourist area. They've got a very nice museum, a historical museum about Nara and art from that time period. So yeah, you're talking a long time ago, 1700s, and or I'm sorry, 780, 700 or so. And in any case, getting back to that, to the beer here, they established themselves in Nara, and I went out there about a week ago or so to their tap room, which is open only on Saturdays and Sundays as of right now. And they had 2 beers on tap, and they were available in crowlers. That's how they were selling them, in 500 milliliter crowlers. So these are 500 milliliter cans that they fill up and then put into a canning machine, spins around and puts the tap on. And so they I got 2 different crowlers, and we're going to review both of them. And I also picked up a bottle which I'm not going to review this time, but maybe later on, and that is this one, which is called Woodstock, and it's a what they call a foreign extra stout, or sometimes called foreign export stout. The most famous example of this is made by Guinness, and it's actually not seen that very often. That's a 7.5%er. This is also 7.5%, and the wood here refers to wood chips that they put into the during the process to try to emulate the wood barrel of a British foreign extra stout that would be aged in a wood barrel and shipped in a wood barrel throughout to the British Empire. But no, today we're going to look at two beers, and they are, first of all, this one called Faust, which is a German ale, and the second one is called Shimun, and it's a single malt, single hop American IPA. So we're going to look at these in order. And one thing about Nara Brewing is they have great label art, all kinds of interesting things. So here we see, this is called Faust, and we see Faust himself, who was basically what back in those days would be called an alchemist, or trying to invent many things, and of course the famous play by Goethe, and it's a story, of course, in European folklore, sold his soul to the devil. You can see the devil behind him here. And She Moon has a kind of stylized, I guess, a moon of some sort. I'm not really sure what's going on. And Woodstock has, well, you tell me, what's going on here. I see a kind of maybe a kind of stylized pheasant upside down, one with sunglasses, and who knows what else. But in any case, they have great art, and I'm not sure who does the art for them. But yeah, in any case, I stopped in there a couple weeks ago, or a week ago or so, and talked to the brewer and asked him, how's it going? How are you doing? And his reply was bochi bochi, which is the Kansai expression for not really so great, So yeah, his brewery may be having trouble. I don't know. They had only 2 beers for sale on tap and 1 beer in bottle on tap for sale. So, but I hope they're doing well, because he is making all sorts of interesting beers, and I hope he continues to do it. Okay. And now we're going to look at the first beer from Nara Brewing, and it is this one. It's called Faust, a German ale, and I got it in a crowler, 500 milliliter crowler, and this is they call it a German ale, and on their website the explanation is that it's a Märzen, which is a lager style, but it's made with an ale yeast, a Kelch yeast, so and then lagered, of course. So this is a 5.5% beer, 19 IBUs. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out with that kind of hybrid mix there. Munich malt, Vienna malt, and Pilsner malt. So a very European sort of focus here. And the hops are Liberty hops. So it's basically a hybrid lager ale. And let's give this one a go. Supposed to drink it, they said, within 3 days, and it's been about 5 now. So we'll see. Okay, it is a very, very pretty copper, kind of amber copper color with a 1.5 fingers of off-white, almost tan head. And carbonation, it's very clear. There's a little bit of chill haze here, but otherwise, let's put it through the light and see what we get here. Okay, so some light carbonation rising. So that Munich malt, I'm sorry, the Vienna malt will give it a little bit of a darker color, this nice darker color. Yeah, it smells like a Märzen, is for sure. Or I should say, I'm sorry, Märzen. Very definitely a toasty, kind of roasty, almost lightly spicy sort of roast malt. Okay. Yeah, definitely has Märzen character starting right off, but then it goes away to something different. Yeah, this is unusual. So a Märzen will generally be, start off sweet and maintain a level of sweetness throughout. But here they've put in some ale yeast, the Kelch yeast, and I think it's kind of changing the character. Liberty hops, I'm not sure if those are American, German, or what. Yeah, so definitely you can get there's some kind of small, I wouldn't say esters, but you can smell the yeast for sure. And yeah, this is very pleasant, very nice and light. So just as Faust was hoping to he sold his soul to the devil to try to succeed in his dark arts. I think maybe Nara Brewing has made something that is kind of off the radar for most people. So combining a Märzen style with an ale yeast, and I've come up with something very nice indeed. And you don't have to sell your soul to the devil. All you have to do is get in touch with Nara Brewing. They are selling online. When I checked last, this one was for sale. So they are shipping a few bottles throughout the country, throughout Japan. So if you live in Japan, give them a try. Okay? And I really hope Nara Brewing continues to do as good a job as they have been in the past. That's it for today. Please subscribe to the channel, and next we will look at another beer from the same Nara Brewing Company. Bye-bye.